Novo, novo negócio com mano recentemente solto. Mais preparado e mais bem cauteloso e mais alinhado que antes. Era um sedã vermelho, não piso no freio, não traga amassado. Coração acelerado e super. Imagine que tragédia. Não posso ter que. Peço Deus que me perdoe, por isso mais duro pra casa eu não posso voltar. Não dificultar o ganho por bem ou por mal, vou ter que levar. Amassado, especialista eu não traga amassado. Se tá na lista eu não trago amassado. Busco no asfalto eu não trago amassado. Se adrenalina é o que move o coração. Eu sou mais preciso, eu te deixo chocado. Encomenda, encomendar, eu não trago amassado. Especialista eu não trago. Tá na lista eu não trago. No asfalto eu não trago. Adrenalina é o que move o. Eu sou mais preciso, eu te. Encomendar, eu não trago amassado. Igual a mesa de xadrez, o rei não vai pelo peão. Marco a peça na mão, eu posso ir com a estratégia. Como segurança que segue e vigia os meus passos na loja. Ele não importa, é igual a mim, foi. Rompe a dignidade, ele trouxe de volta. Ele tá na moda, ele muda um homem, o poder atrai toda a sua volta. Ele é o que você mais precisa pra ter na mão aquela. Costa.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Boston.
You're so right, Kevin. It has not been pretty of late for this team, but it appears as though help is on the way. They got a chance to get this streak stopped against the team that on paper they should beat.
Now here's Brown, following the miss by Anthony Davis. At this point of the year, right before the playoffs, Doris, is anyone really playing at 100%? And is anyone really healthy?
Kevin, it's an interesting question because the 82-game season is a real grind. And inevitably, there's bumps and bruises, sometimes more serious injuries. The key is can teams find the appropriate balance between being rested and being ready? And some coaches would tell you they'd rather be rested than ready.
Now here's Smart after LeBron James's miss. Clock at 6. The kick out to Tatum. Jacks up a three. Davis with some nice D. And here's the Lakers. James outside. Over Williams. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Tatum. Here's Williams. And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Brown outside. There's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Right, here's a classic NBA question. Who's been the best franchise in league history? Celtics or the Lakers?
Come on, Kevin. You are putting me on the spot, but I'd go with the Lakers. More superstars over the years, and I think that 2000s run with Kobe and company, that put them ahead in my estimation.
Now here's Tatum. And it goes down 2 points.
Once Jason Tatum has the ball in his hands in the painted area, this guy will power through. He'll put it up and over you if necessary. He knows how to score it.
Here's LeBron. Pass to Reeves. Latrey gets it to go from beyond the arc. Reeves has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Lakers.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Pass to Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. .129 left here in the opening quarter. We'll now go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Darvin Ham. David.
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Can't cash in from close range. Reeves can't hit. Celtics leading by 3. Back to Tatum. Driving inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, the incredible explosiveness. No fear from Jason Tatum. Woo-hoo, lights out. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Tatum. Malik Beasley making his last shot. Found with it. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Pass to Williams. Boston needs to get off a shot. Brown wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Reeves. Kicks it out to Schroeder. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, you can see Schroeder willing to take more and more threes. If you're going to stay in the league, you've got to make them.
Tie game in Boston. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
12. The Lakers 12. And your Celtics, you
and we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
In the corner, Smart with it. Back to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah, and teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
Round with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Count the basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Boy, I'm not sure we've ever seen a passer better than LeBron James. Always able to keep the whole team involved.
And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Here's Tatum. Pulls up, high post.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Brown trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Boy, when LeBron is pulling and hitting that jumper, you know he's in the zone. Just one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game.
Here's Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. And with the struggles AD has had to stay healthy, and you wonder, though, if the team's going to focus on having him be at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
That one drops for him. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
You have to be willing to shoulder the offensive burden. I think Jason Tatum is built for it.
And that one, good.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the playoffs? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy, but Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injury, so you have to mitigate ways to keep him available.
In the corner, Tatum with it. And they recover it. Lays it up off the glass. Tatum's got 16.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And the dunk by Tatum.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move. He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Celtics leading by 9. Pass to Williams. Tatum down low. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 20 points for Jason Tatum. And the Lakers call time here.
And into the floor right now is Celtics Entertainment.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Williams. And Williams is right there. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
To the middle. And it's slammed in by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
The Lakers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Bamba.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, this is how Al Horford gets it done as a rim protector. His anticipation and his positioning are exceptional.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Lakers, Malik Beasley.
And here's Russell. No points in the game yet for him. Launches it. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, this guy's such an instinctive passer. D'Angelo Russell could average double-digit assists if he wanted to.
And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Doris, with the officials calling slightly fewer fouls, it seems like we see a more physical game on the floor. What do you think?
I think it's a change for the better, Kevin. Obviously, you want guys to be safe, but the defense must be allowed to do their job.
Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
And here's James outside. Here's Russell. Back to Vanderbilt. The kick out to LeBron. Russell, no luck.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Off the dribble drive slash. Derek White, boy, I'll tell you what, taking no prisoners on that finish.
And that 50-40-90 club, man, it is small. And how about Malcolm Brogdon joined it back in 2019?
Well, consider the active players who have done it. It's Malcolm, as you just said, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Steph Curry. I would say that's pretty good company. And if you look all time, The rest on the list are a bunch of Hall of Famers.
To the paint, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Dennis Schroeder.
Boston leading by 14. Here's White, and Davis sends it back. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. 2 points. That one goes.
And when AD's got that mid-range working, it just makes him all the more difficult to defend, showing off even more of his repertoire. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Schroeder. Back to Russell. Here's Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
A terrific leaper with incredible height. Davis is a dunk machine.
Here's White. Vanderbilt with the block. To the inside. Russell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. And Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Worthy. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he's got a point, David. And we thank you for your report. And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
Back to White. Down low. Here's Griffin. Lays it up and banks it in. Griffin's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
For 3, Beasley drains it from beyond the arc. Beasley's got 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Inside. Kicks it out to Beasley. Again, the miss by Beasley.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
White with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 8.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Outside, Griffin. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's White. And Bamba pulls it down. For 3, Beasley. Offensive rebound. Here's Hachimura. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
This is what makes Derek White so dangerous. Yes, he can score it. Yes, he can pass it. But he is a tenacious.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Davis. Pass to Reeves. And he recovers it. Beasley outside. Here's Vanderbilt. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. That's 12 points for Davis.
And this guy does it all. Davis is as complete an offensive player as we have in our league.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the head coach for the Celtics talked to his team during the break. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA. I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Lets it go with a three. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The shake. Trying to get open is Davis. They retain possession.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Now LeBron. Great D that time from Tatum.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling. I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Pass to LeBron. Here's Reeves. Bangs home the trifecta. Reeves has got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he gets it to go.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Pass to Horford. Now Smart. The kick out to Tatum. Horford with it. And stolen by Russell. Fast break, the Lakers. Now, here's Vanderbilt. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assist from...
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Brown outside. Horford trying to free himself up. And it's Brown missing. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to LeBron. And it's sent back by Horford. And they get it back. Just 3 to shoot. James misses.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Reeves. Off target from outside. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Celtics.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight will make it 58.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Robert Williams.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
To the floor for the Lakers. Mo Bamba. Malik Beasley.
James looking around. And finished off by LeBron.
I'll tell you, that's a nice job by LeBron to keep that ball safe and secure on his way to the cup.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
Why? Check. That ripper, neighborhood superstar, corner split up, wild beat dispose of. Hot boys, expedition flipper. Be terrified from us, cause they know how we play. Hide from us, I'm just a scrub, I can't scuff, I'm too light. I'm a little too thin to win, so I ride that night. You fake respect, you're playing with the wrong one. You're playing with the wrong. The whole room better watch your back. Little one, there's a rap. Bosh, step when I keep joking here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm about. Respect my mind. Respect my mind. Respect my mind. I had them boys in your house.
Respect my mind if we be riding on chrome. Respect my mind cause we get our shine on.
Respect my mind cause we that hot boy click. Respect my mind. You can't fade this.
Respect my mind if we'll. Respect my mind if we bout that.
Watch me grow up. When I was small, he had a plan. My daddy was balling and he was the right-hand man. My papa bought us a house to keep our family secure. Living good on a ranch in the middle of woods. I understood at a young age my papa was seen him
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed free points and just couldn't convert.
And after winning MVP honors in 2015, Steph Curry was even better in 2016, taking home another MVP award going back-to-back.
Here's Curry, following the score by New Orleans. The three. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And that 2016 MVP year for Curry, Grant, one of the best regular seasons ever.
Oh, so true, B.A. Think about this. The Warriors winning an NBA record 73 games.